an Ardbeg or a Lefroy or a Talisker can taste incredible, but very specific.
Yeah, very niche, like almost one note sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic notes, but that's what you're getting with that thing, right? Whereas if you're tasting with a meal or something, or a cigar that might change in flavour throughout the course of 2 hours, a blended Scotch can sometimes sort of fit that a little bit better. Yeah, so just a little tip for everybody. Don't poo-poo the blended stuff, because it can sometimes hit the right spot, right?
Definitely. And if anyone's interested in tasting the stuff that goes into a blend, there are things like what's it called, naked grouse, or what's the? It's the there are basically if you listen, Christ, Jesus, what's the one with David Beckham?
Oh,
Haig Club. There you go. Haig Club is a grain whiskey. So that's the stuff they put in with the single malts to then turn it into a blend. Yeah. Obviously, they're blending single malts as well, but they're also adding this grain whiskey into sort of as a base. So if you're interested in what that tastes, Haig Club's a good one. I think it's called Naked Grouse, or it's the White Grouse, whatever that one is.
Right.
And there's a few different ones out there. And yeah, so you can try those out if you fancy it.
Sweet. I think Haig Club have done such a good job at marketing what is essentially like the base layer.
Yes,
the blank canvas of whiskey.
Yeah,
it's not bad, but that's literally what it's used for, a blank canvas to blend other stuff that has more flavour. Yeah. So they've done such a good job at marketing it to people.
Big time, yeah.
For such... in my opinion, extortionate pricing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem with the Haig Club, is that it's so expensive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fall for the marketing and the prices of some of these things. It's like with everything, isn't it? Anything 100%. That you can buy, there's always a few potholes, right?
Big time. But the funny thing is, but if you drink a bourbon, in theory, that's kind of like a grain whiskey. That's what a Scottish person would call a grain whiskey, basically. Because it's got other things other than malted barley in it, basically. Most bourbons have a bit of malted barley in it, but some of them don't. So it's got corn, it's got rye, and these are the two other ones that are in the umbrella of grain.
Right.
So that's another way of getting an idea of what these grain whiskies taste like, is have a bourbon or have a rye whiskey or a corn whiskey. And that's the kind of flavour you're getting out of it. So it's, man, whiskey's just...
it's good, isn't it?
It's so good.
So it was my birthday relatively recently, and like you said before, as soon as people know you like Scotch, it's fantastic, because just loads of people get you Scotch, and it like really replenishes the store. So you're going to be hearing about all these new Scotches over the next few episodes. This one's fantastic. Like I was saying, rich in colour, quite it's rich in flavour as well. To me, it's like drinking a bit of fruitcake, a bit of Christmas cake, or
it's
wedding cake,
got that
or
Christmas
something.
100%, yeah. That sort of sherry cask finish kind of flavour, all those like spiced fruits notes,
caramel, like rich caramel, maybe like ginger cake. It's got a bit of ginger in there for me.
I think the age is good as well, because it's definitely not spicy on when you first take a sip, or on your nose,
in terms
which
of
you
the
can
burn.
get with exactly. There's not burning at all. It's really smooth in terms of just the first few sips. Quite a short flavour. It's like it hits you. It's really strong for a while, and then it sort of dies off. Again, not burning in any way. My tongue doesn't feel like it's struggling. With it. Great
for sipping as well.
Yeah,
because it sort of the flavour dies after that initial hit. Some things like, I mentioned it before, but like a Lefroy or an Ardbeg, like once you've had a taste of that, that's your flavour profile then for the night.
For sure, yes.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas this is something that you could have one as an aperitif or something before dinner, then have your dinner and not, kind of forget that you've had a Scotch already, right? And then have another one later. Whereas if you're having a Lefroy before dinner, your dinner tastes like Lefroy now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the peated whiskies are definitely not one to be paired with
fish.
Yeah,
white
anything
fish.
Delicate, right? Yeah, sure.
Prawn cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So good marks for Shivers 15. I mean, we've got a soft spot for Shivers anyway, but they always do a great job.
Yeah.
So where were we on the burger front?
I think, well, we'd gone through our own burgers and sides, and I think now is the time we join them together to make the ultimate Blokes Burger.
Oh, yeah. Ultimate.
So I don't think... I'm not going to put up much of a fight with a lot of the stuff you said, but I think we need to talk about the patty consistency.
Sure.
Or size.
Sure.
So let me put my argument to you.
Go for it.
So we're cooking this... In my head, I'm cooking it on a Weber, one of those sort of domed Weber grills, right? And what I love to do when I'm cooking on that is put wood chips in.
We've not talked about the chips.
The
Go for it.
So when we're cooking, we're smoking the food as well because we're putting the lid on as much as we can. And when I cook like that, you generally want a bigger hunk of meat because what you get is you get that smoke ring on the outside. And the problem is if the meat's too small, it's just smoke ring, and it just the smoke flavour just is the whole way through.
Right.
Whereas you and it can sort of be a bit much sometimes. If you're not careful. So that's why I tend to go for bigger pieces of meat in that situation.
Got you.
So but that's just because I cook on that thing. That doesn't necessarily mean. And if you did have a smaller patty, it wouldn't be a big deal if you didn't smoke it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I kind of love having that big, thick burger. You bite into it, you see this perfect like pink ring on the outside.
Yes.
And it's just like yes, because that smoke is penetrated in.
Yeah. Or salmonella.
Yeah. If it's pink on the outside, you're all right. If it's in the middle, you need to have another look. Yeah.
No, mate, I'm with you. Of course, I guess in my mind, I had one of these big sort of Five Guys flat grill, flat hot plates,
yes,
kind of things where there's got these big spatulas. So we'll leave that for the Adam, the thin double patty.
Sure.
And for the ultimate Blokes Burger, we're going to go one larger patty that's got the smoke ring. What wood chips are you using?
So generally hickory.
Nice.
I'm not. I've got basically a load of different chips at home. I've got like applewood, hickory. I'm trying to think of some others now. I've got now pecan.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
a few different ones.
A sweeter flavour of pecan, I imagine.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, they don't recommend that for beef.
Oh, okay.
They recommend that for more things like fish, pork.
Oh, right.
Apparently. But I still need to do some experimenting. Hickory's never let me down.
Yeah.
I have used applewood, and that hasn't been a problem either. That's meant to go, obviously, as you can imagine, really well with pork. But I'm still a novice with the smoke differences between these, so I'm not going to act like an expert. So I just go with hickory because that's just tried and trusted, and everyone uses hickory, don't they? Really?
Yeah. Gives them just a nice smoky flavour to
perfect,
your burger,
lovely
right?
smoky flavour, exactly. And just again, last tip of the day. No more tips after this. If you are cooking on a grill and you have a lid, use it. People tend to sort of fiddle with their grills far too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You've got to leave it on and just trust your timings. Just give it... Cause if you know you need to leave the burger on the side for a few minutes, do that with the lid on. You don't need to be watching it at all the whole time, because what you're doing there is you're allowing the smoke to do its work.
Yeah.
And you're also it's kind of acting like an oven as well. It's still cooking the whole thing through.
Yeah.
So you get better cook, even cook things with like chicken and fish, which is kind of what you want. You're not going to burn as long as you're careful with the heat areas of your barbecue, and it's just going to taste a lot better. Whereas if you keep taking the lid on and off, you're losing all of that smoke. All that heat is being wasted effectively.
Yeah,
so just bear that in mind. If you can leave it for 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, try and do that with the lid on. Just a heads up.
Nice. I find that's a rookie mistake that most people do when they don't cook very well or very often. They do far too much, like fannying about with everything.
Yeah.
And like flipping it 10 million times. Yeah, just do a bit less.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. Yeah, it'll work better.
How can less be more though?
Angry Malmsteen. More is more. Obviously, more is more.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So what bun are we going for on the ultimate?
I don't dislike a brioche bun.
How about a seeded brioche? Sesame seed brioche.
Let's do it, yeah. All right.
Like a complete hybrid. Sesame seed brioche, larger patty, smoke ring from hickory wood, American cheese.
Yeah, that's fine. Definitely.
Sweet.
I do like that.
So we both had all the salad. We're both pickle guys as well, right?
Definitely
we both
pickle.
like a pickle
100%.
on a burger and just with a beer or something,
Yeah.
right? I remember coming to your house years ago when we were first mates, and you just like opened the fridge and like took the top off a big jar of pickles and just went, pickle? I was like, this guy.
And that's what I do.
He's
We'd make a podcast
He's
together.
a keeper. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, good. Absolutely. Got to have a pickle on there. Here's where we're going to butt heads,
Okay.
I think, is the sauce, right?
Yeah.
Now,
You went burger sauce and I went barbecue.
they're not that different, I guess.
So what I like the sort of fruity, smoky nature of a barbecue, but I also like a burger sauce.
But then if we've smoked the burger patty enough,
True.
we should still get that smoky barbecue flavour from that.
Yeah.
And I find that with barbecue sauce, you...
Oh Jesus.
Oh, God. I can't believe you've done this.
Hello. Thank you. Just pop it inside. Cheers. Did you get this?
It's Adam's rash cream is just arriving.
My sachet of Anusol has arrived. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Please, that's a joke. No. So, no, I think it's B&Q.
Right.
B&Q, right? Okay, listen. Just slight tangent, right? Delivery, surely they've got it down. I've only bought a very small item. It's a replacement collector that goes in your... Oh, God, in your sink. You know, the thing that you plug in, a plug that collects the crap right in the sink, right?
But it lets the water through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ours has stopped working, bought a new one. Everyone knows how big they are. They're tiny. They can fit in a letterbox, right? They've sent me, like, emails, texts, like, you know, my driver's name's Barry. Like, just... Fucking send me the thing that, like, don't tell. And now they're ringing the buzzer. Just pop it in. I don't need to sign for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the tiniest little thing. Costs £4.70 or whatever from B&Q. Christ, B&Q. So sorry, listeners. It was Barry's fault. He brought me my new plug. So you were making the point that we're already smoky, right? We don't need the smokiness of a barbecue because we've got the hickory burger.
Exactly. And basically, if I'm going to be cooking on a barbecue, I try not to add things that have like fake smoke flavour. So you can get liquid smoke, which I actually really like if you're cooking things in like a slow cooker or any sort of anything you want to give a smoky flavour to, but you're not in a barbecue or a fire. There's no real smoke.
Yeah,
it can be really nice. If you add too much of that, you can clearly taste it's like fake. It's like sort of chemically taste to it.
Yeah.
But barbecue sauce tends to have a little bit of that in it, and if we don't need it, then I'm cool with it. And you get the sweetness, I think, from the ketchup and the mayo mix.
Sweet. How about some hot sauce?
Okay, let's do that. Let's make it what about a spicy burger sauce?
Yeah. Nothing crazy, just a bit of like, oh yes, that'll do the job.
Yeah,
you know,
that spice is always nice for sure.
Nice. So a bit of bit of Tabasco, or so are we talking something a bit nicher, something that's got a stall at a farmer's market?
Oh yeah, like some sort of like chipotle paste or something.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait to see who offers us the the endorsement contract with that one, and then we'll edit it in later.
Yeah, sure.
So we're going for a sort of mildly spicy burger sauce, and then all the salad.
Yeah,
I think we've got it.
I think we do, mate.
We've created a monster.
The bloke.
Frankenstein.
We'll call it the blokes. Sorry.
Yeah, the blokes.
Oh, okay. Here we go then. Let me put this to you. If it's called the blokes, it shouldn't be one burger. It should be 2 small sliders.
Oh God! Oh, there's nothing I hate more than a slider. Just give me a whole burger. I don't want 2 or 3 tiny burgers. I want the big one. Why don't we just go 2 burgers, 2 full size?
Of course, what we're thinking. Of course, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Come on, you can finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, the side now though.
Okay, got you. Okay, so after the second burger, the second full-size Blokes Burger, I mean, it makes sense to have 2 sides. Just bang the 2 sides together.
It's 2 full meals.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah, we're going.